Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Fred and Friends. I'm your host, Fred Schultz, and tonight we're going to be talking paintball, mag fed, paintball. Either way, they all kind of roll together. I've got Noah Herrick on tonight. I had him on a few weeks ago. Very, very good kid. He works really, really hard for his sport, and as we all know, mag-fed's a pretty big thing. It really is, and it just coincides with paintball because everybody knows I'm a paintball guy. Love paintball, up, down, sideways, period. But the MagFed thing's pretty cool, and some of the equipment these guys use is just it's off the charts. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. But I want to say hi real quick, to Paul Farrell and Ryan Courtney. You guys are the coolest. And I got Keith Kissel. How's it going, buddy? I got a few things I'm going to mention, obviously, before I get into the show here with these guys. Hopefully, they got some new equipment, and they just had an event that they went to this last weekend too. And I'm going to touch a little bit on that. I'm going to give them some airtime. It's all about growing all of our sport. MagFed is a big part of paintball also, and we just want it all to grow. We just want to make our paintball family bigger, and better. Period. So, but first of all, the first of the series of the WCPL tournament is going to be at SC Village, and it is coming down there February 10th and 11th. Now, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to try to do it all on the 10th so that everybody can get back home and for the 11th to watch the Super Bowl. Okay, I think we can swing it. We actually have one team that's looking for a few guys too. So, if you're interested with linking up with some great people, I got one of my friends coming over from Australia. He wants to come over and play. So if you're looking to link up with some great people and have a good time, get a hold of me and let me know. And they're just a couple of guys short of putting their team in there now and are really looking forward to it. So it's on the 10th of February. You have a great time with a bunch of super good people. That's for sure. And then I want to mention on January 26th, make that the 28th, they're going to have a 1-versus-1 at Fairfield Extreme up here in Northern California. And that should be pretty cool. The Hormesis guys, they started it all, and it seemed to take off pretty good. And I think they're going to build on it for next year. And these guys are doing the same thing. They want to jump in and kind of copy it a little bit and see where it goes. And then obviously the PBSL is coming up, and there's going to be 10 5-man teams. It should be pretty cool. I had Todd Whitaker on last week, and we talked about it. And I believe tomorrow night you're going to want to jump online, and Todd's going to do the drawing. Because what's so cool about the PBSL is you don't know who you're going to play. You can have a team, that's fine, but that doesn't mean you're going to play with your team. They draw cards. It's just, I think, a super good way of not only meeting people, but going out and playing paintball with some other guys and have a really, really good time. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be watching. Unfortunately, I can't get down there to SoCal to go ahead and play, but I'm definitely going to be watching it. There's no doubt about it. So let me give my shout outs real quick so I can bring those paintball guys out here. And we're going to talk about, they got some new equipment. These guys have a 3D printer, and they're always wrapping something together and making the stuff, their equipment that they use are making it that much cooler every time. So I'm looking forward to talking to them tonight and see what's going on with their stuff. So let me give my shout outs real quick. I start every week with Mr. Tim Schloss, Tiger Stripe Camouflage. And he has the biggest, I mean, you need to go to his tournament in October. It is absolutely outstanding. Anybody that's been there knows that everybody shows up there. We had such a good time last year. We all meet and greet. Gino from Belkin was there. Bud Orr, Dan Colby, Jim Lively even flew out there for the event. It was great. David Bell, View Loader. So, and it's going to be bigger and better this time too. So I'm really, really looking forward to doing it again this year. It's going to be in October. So, and all these events I talk about, like I always say, even if you can't go play, come show up, show your support for the guys who go out there and play, and let people know that don't play paintball that our sport's growing. And this way it makes them want to get involved. I'm all about growing paintball. That's all there is to it. We just need to keep on going and keep on growing. That's what we're going to do. Then next, I got to say hi to my buddy Dan Colby from Immortal Air, him and his son John. I started with these guys with Air America way back in the day, and they're still out there popping the best systems on the market. Immortal Air is absolutely cool, no doubt about it. Hey, Gumby, what's going on, my friend? How you doing? Talked to me and Gene a little while ago too. Anyhow, yeah, real quick, Gumby and Mean Gene, them guys were putting a team together, but they need a few more guys. So you're out there, you want to play with some of the best guys in this industry. I mean, some of these guys are extremely cool, and we got a guy coming over from Australia. Get a hold of me and see if we can't link you guys all together and make it happen. Like I say, I'm going to try to do it all on one day on February 10th. We've done it before. You just got to play hard, play fair, play fast, and everybody had a good time last time. This way we can now go home, watch Super Bowl, or go mess around Southern California, whatever you want to do. Now I got to say hi to my buddy Bud Orr. Love Bud Orr. Just been a friend of mine for many, many years. Tom K, Airgun Designs, he was my sponsor for many years. Tom K, I can't say enough about the guy. He's just one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. And the Automag, still a driving force out there. Gumby will definitely adhere to that. And the Autococker also. Boy, these two guys, Bud Orr and Tom K, they did the Autococker and they did the Mag back in the day. And, they're still there banging away. Just incredible longevity that these two guys have got in the products that they put out and still out there banging on it. Just great. Rainey and Juvie Boucher, Paintball News. Got to mention them every week because I love those two. Great, great people. And what they did for the sport back in the day was great. I mean, I wish everybody nowadays could have went out to the field and picked up one of the papers they had. You guys would have loved it. It was so full of information. It was like getting a paintball Bible every 2 weeks, and you didn't have to pay a penny for it. Very, very cool. Absolutely loved it. And, got Stephen Snow watching. Great, great guy. Boy, Stephen, you've been putting some great pictures of you and your wife out there. You guys been hanging out in some cool places, man. I got to tell you, I'm jealous. Wow, all I do is do my show and then do paintball stuff constantly, but I don't get to travel that much anymore. But I guess I'm going to have to start doing it here this year. Anyhow, and I got to say hi to Randy Camilla, who was the editor for APG magazine back in the day. Jerry Braun was the editor for Paintball Sport magazine back in the day. And Jerry has the Paintball Sports Field in Newburgh, New York, where we have the third of the 5 series of WCPL tournaments here. Great, great place to play. Really, really is. And then I got to say hi to Ross Alexander, Line SI back in the day. Was my very first marker sponsor. I still have my original Bushmaster. When we started playing professional, the professional teams were 15 men. And it was in the woods. And it was nothing but cool. Absolutely loved it. I got to tell you, it was great. It really, really was. And that's what we're trying to bring back with WCPL. We're not looking to have a gazillion teams, like the NXL. And, my hat's off to Tommy Cole. Great job. And, his venue is terrific. We just try to give somebody a little bit different venue to go ahead and play. And we absolutely love doing the woods ball thing. I think it's so cool. And the people that attend these are just the best of the best. Absolutely love it. Really do. Then Jim Lively, 2 tournaments you wanted to do back in the day. Jim Lively's Masters, Jerry Braun's World Cup. Gino from Velkin. I say hi to Gino every week because people don't understand what Gino does behind the scenes. And he's come out, man, the Velkin paint right now is just outstanding. It just shooting like darts. It's absolutely cool. It really, really is. And then I got to say hi to my 2 little buddies, Mark Gong Jr. and Jaden Gong. These guys are some of the young guns from the Hermans. And, the young guns, that's our future. Really, really is. And so anyhow, I gave my shout outs. Like I say, one more time, you guys, the WCPL, I got a guy coming over from Australia, and I got some great guys here in the U.S. that are looking to put a team together, and it's the last team that'll go in there. So if you guys get a chance, you want to play with a bunch of cool guys, one-day tournament, February 10th, down at SC Village, get a hold of me. Let's put this thing together. All right. All right. So everybody, first I gotta tell you, the storms back east have been incredible. You guys are getting tons of snow dumped on you. We're finally getting some rain out here, so it's kind of cool. But I feel sorry for you. I'm sure that definitely puts a kibosh on paintball out there. So, but there's a lot of things that you can do for paintball. Going and playing paintball is great, but getting out and talking to your friends, talking to people that don't play the sport, and making them understand how much fun this sport is and some of the great people that they can actually meet. That's a plus. It really, really is. Like I say, when we all work together, we make paintball bigger and better. So let's just do that. I think it's just absolutely cool. Absolutely cool. So anyhow, I see I got my buddy in the green room here. I think we're going to drag him out here in a minute. He's walking around right now. Noah, you around there, buddy? Please, everybody. He's waving now. All right, everybody, please welcome Noah Garrett. What's going on,
guys?
How you doing?
Doing well, Fred. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing very good. You guys had an event this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. We had a MagFed only event at Giant San Diego in Ramona. It was a lot of fun. Phoenix Squad puts it on usually about once every, I think it's like the first weekend or second weekend of every month, something like that. But they always do one every month, and it's always a blast. We had a good turnout this past weekend. We had about 25 people, 30 people playing with us. And It was MagFed only. It was awesome.
Yeah, Edder's ahead of that the Arizona team, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not from Arizona. It's just called the Phoenix Squad. They like the Phoenix, like the bird, like the
got it. Okay,
like fire chicken. So they're all into that. But yeah, we actually Max and I just joined the Phoenix Squad, so we're going to be playing for them this year in 2024. So we were out there practicing with them the other day, and it was a lot of fun. And we kind of saw where we're going to start to fit in with the team and who we're going to run with when we make plays and whatnot and stuff like that, and who works best with other people. Because some people are they're CQB runners, and then there's people who like to rush, and then there's people who like to sit in the mid and cover everybody, and then you got your snipers who sit in the back with first strike rounds and pick everybody off. So there's a lot of different players on the team. There's even a guy that runs he runs two of these TR-50 Magnums.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
how many shots is that?
It shoots what, 43, 50? Yeah, they're 50 caliber balls, and they go in a little spool like that. And he uses two of them. He dual wields them. Max is going to join us now too.
How you doing, Max?
What's up, Fred?
Not much, man. Did you get to play this weekend also?
Oh yeah, it was lots of fun. He's showing you the TR-50 right now. I used to run those as well until one blew up on me. You want to see
it? Yeah, pull that out. Pull that out. That's
drag it out.
Loaded in his holster.
Seriously.
It runs on. They run on CO2 cartridges in the handle here. So here, check out the. Oh, don't pull it out yet. So this is what it's supposed to look like, right? You put your CO2 up in there. Normal looking pistol. And for whatever reason, his had a catastrophic meltdown, and this is what happened.
Oh my goodness! I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, we were all just standing there, and we hear just pop, and then we look over, and Max looks like his heart dropped through his stomach.
Wow. Yeah, because that loads the CO2 like a splat master, huh?
Yep. Oh yeah. It was a loud pop. Like, it was really loud. Like, everybody turned and looked. They were like, what the hell was that?
I got something. Let me unplug real quick here. Let me grab something to show you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Who's on here in the chat? What's up, guys? Are you guys all following those paintball guys? Hope so. We got jerseys now.
Let me plug back in here again. Bingo. This is a 50 caliber. This is made by a guy around here.
Oh,
And
I've
it's
seen.
what's that?
Oh, sorry. No, continue.
No, it also has a CO2. He take and redoes it, but it's see if I can get it on there. But it's actually like it's I mean, it is bad, and it's actually got you take the shells, and what he does. Let me see if I can pop one of these. If I got one in here, even.
I saw a guy. He was one of the commanders at Decay of Nations. He had 2 of them.
Yeah, this is it right here. The guy actually takes the shells. This is a real shell, and the 50 caliber fits in the end right there, and then he hollows out the back, and that's what the air goes through.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it loads just like a regular. Let's see if I can do it. There we go.
That's cool.
Just like that. I think I got air in it. Let me see. No air. But anyhow, it pops off the side here. The CO2 goes in behind the handle here.
Oh,
it pops off.
Yeah.
I can't get it off right now, but yeah, it pops off, and then this thing is just it's just regular, you know.
Yeah, that's badass.
Just like back in the day.
I think Max and I need to get one of those.
Isn't that bad?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, and it weighs the same as like a 45 does, you know, like the old days.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a guy at Decay of Nations. He was one of the commanders on the UNA team. He had I think it was called a Phantom or a Piranha or something like that. It was started with a P.
Right.
And,
yep. There was both of those. Mike Cassidy made the Phantom, and then the Piranha was made by Jeff from way back in the day, Jeff Promoter.
So. Yeah, he had one of those as his primary, and then he had 2 of those magnums like you just showed me on his waist, and then he had a bandolier belt going across his chest with all those little shells in it.
Yep.
It was badass.
When we started playing, we all had the bandoliers because everything was CO2, and the tubes were 10 round tubes. That was it. So that's what you wore all the time was those. And we had wristbands that had the CO2s on your wrists. And
no way.
Oh yeah, it was wild.
He's all about the CO2 guns.
Oh, is he?
Well, you just get a little bit more mobility. I noticed a lot. That's what players that run CO2 guns, they just love the mobility about it.
And I'll be honest with you too, man. It takes a little more skill because I mean, you only got so many shots from the CO2, and then it starts dropping down. So you got to change that bad boy, you know.
Oh yeah, a friend said he's running pistols like this. He said it's not for the weak-hearted.
Yeah, back in the day, that's where it was. You know, back in the day, you used to run into a bunker, and I kid you not, there was literally hundreds and hundreds of used CO2 in there. You would run in there, it was like ball bearings, man.
I mean, you like coming in slip.
It was incredible. It really, really was. But you know what? It's cool. I absolutely love that. And there's still guys that do a lot of pump that still do CO2 too, you know.
Oh, yeah, wow. This is the other one Max uses quite a bit. This one runs on CO2 too. It's a double barrel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he puts the first strike rounds in it, and it turns it into a sawed-off sniper.
Max, where do you come up with this stuff?
I don't know, man. I'm just out there on the field, just trying new things and seeing what happens. And here and there, we get a few recommendations, which is pretty cool too.
And here and there, things work out, and here and there, things blow up in our holsters.
I bet, because usually when the CO2 goes in, it usually punctures. It goes against something. So that's amazing. Maybe you just didn't have it screwed in tight or something.
We don't know. Umarex doesn't know. Like we tell them we did.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Valken soon because they're the ones that make the combat gray only.
Right.
So I'm gonna look more into it, but it could just be a defect. Who knows?
Is that,
when it happened, the
is that
whole
from Velkin?
What's up?
Is that from Velkin?
This one is the specific one because Umarex does not make the combat gray.
Okay,
Only-
but that's not the one that blew up then, right?
It is the one that blew up. Yeah.
we have
It
two.
is, really.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting because, yeah, Gino's probably watching the show right now, too. Gino watches it every week.
Well, check that out, Gino. What we got an exploding revolver. What's up with that?
That's amazing. Did you open it up to see why if the CO2 didn't set right in it or what?
I'm thinking it was compressed for a long time and maybe just wasn't tight enough or got a little loose over the weeks and eventually gave out. So.
Yeah, because when it happened, the whole there's like a sleeve in there that the CO2 goes inside of, and on top of that sleeve, there's like it tapers down to like almost like the size of a straw, and then
Right.
that's what goes up and over to the chamber to push the air through. And
Right.
I think there was a malfunction somewhere in there because that whole casing came out flying 60 feet the other way.
Wow, unreal. One time I was in my living room and my wife was in there too. And anyhow, this is with I had a 7-ounce tank, and I unscrewed it. And as I was unscrewing it, it started to hiss, but I kept going because I figured the hiss was going to stop. Well, the velvet got stuck. That thing flew out of my hand and stuck in my wall.
Oh my God!
You had to see it, man. And I didn't know what to say. My wife did. So I was back out in the garage.
Being married to a paintballer life, huh?
Yeah, but I've never had that happen before. I had the burst seals break and stuff like that. And usually when you unscrewed the 7-ounce tank, it'd hiss and then it'd stop as soon as you kept on screwing it. But this bad boy, yeah, the velvet got stuck, man. And I'll never forget that, boy. She wasn't real happy with me.
Oh no, that's something kind of like that happened with my Tipex one time. I didn't twist the front of it all the way, and as soon as I punctured the tank, it shot out of the bottom of the Tipex, like it shot all the way across the parking lot. It was a boom.
Oh, you were outside.
Yeah, we were outside. We were getting ready to play, and I just loaded it up real quick and got it ready. And you pull the trigger once to prime it to get the puncture happen. So then it's ready when you pull it out of your pistol or your holster. So right. I did that, and as soon as I let off the trigger, it just grenade launched the CO2 canister 100 feet across the parking lot. It was loud. It shot through the canopy. We had a pop-up canopy above us, and it shot right through it.
Oh crap!
It put a hole in it.
Wow. Would you play with?
We have luck with them, and then we have catastrophic weird stuff happen.
Yeah, well, you think of how many of these things are used every week. A gazillion times from a million players. So you're bound to have something weird happen like that. But it's that blowing up in the holster like that. That's pretty wild. I got to tell you, man.
Yeah, it was just sitting there. We were all waiting to go play, and then just pop.
I'd like to say I love it, but if I would have been there, I would have felt bad for you, but I'd have probably cracked up what the hell?
It was hard not to laugh. It was hard not to laugh because you should have seen his face.
Oh, I can imagine.
He was like, "Oh my God!" I swear his heart stopped, or at least skipped a beat.
I tell you, I'm looking forward to sometime linking up with you guys and playing alongside you. I'll probably behind you because you guys will probably leave me in your dust. But
you'll be right up on the front line with us.
Yeah, are you going to drag me up there? I love it.
Yes, sir.
Bring a wheelbarrow.
There we go. We'll armor up the wheelbarrow, and you can lay in it and shoot out.
Oh man, God, now I'm excited. I'm ready to come down right now. Now, I think it'd be a lot of fun. We got Eder just jumped in with us too.
Hey, there we go.
Here. What's going on, Eder?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
We were just talking. You guys had a Well, these two guys had a lot of fun this weekend, I guess. You know, they're pretty amped up about it. I take it you were there?
Yep.
Is
They're
it?
organizing.
Yeah. Where'd you guys play at? What field?
San Diego Giant Paintball Park.
San Diego. Is that pretty cool?
Yep. It's one of Geo's
work, Rick.
park.
Is that? Oh, is that what they call the Hollywood Park?
No, the Hollywood Park. It's up by Anaheim. This one's by it's pretty much an Indian reservation in Barones.
Oh, so
Casino
Gio's
over
got
there.
one down there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, interesting. God, I've known him
Yeah.
for a gazillion years, and I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he has a paintball field down here. Mhm.
That's
Wow.
giant.
I got Rick Wilcox says he'd jump up in the front with them.
Let's
He
go,
could.
Rick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an old guy. Man, he's a fast little guy. I got to tell you. I
Yeah.
don't know.
We'll get you one of these, Rick, and you can come up with us.
That is bad. What did you use this weekend when you played?
This one right here. This is my primary. This is my EMF right here. I actually did some tweaking to it this weekend, and I changed up how it works a little bit. I wanted to try something else out, and it's honestly it performed way better than I thought it would, and it's now. I got another upgrade coming this week actually from Paintball Gateway. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that one to get in. But yeah, this thing's reaching its final form. I took I had a brass Hellfire valve in it, so it did like what is it, Eder? 14 to 16 balls a second, the brass one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
I used to have that one in here, but it was pretty inaccurate because it couldn't really keep up. The mags couldn't keep up too much, and yeah, this is what it looks like. So that valve right there makes this gun fully automatic.
Really?
Yes.
We'll tell him about the gold.
How much does that weigh?
This thing right here,
Yeah, well, not the
probably
belt.
I'd say 6 pounds, maybe 7 pounds. Pretty light.
That's not bad. No.
No, it's pretty light. It's honestly, you don't get arm fatigue or anything when you're holding it up or anything like that. And I have the sling on it as well to drape it across my chest or put it on my back. But no, this is and actually Eder is going to get us some tanks here soon. The smaller ones, because we want to go a little smaller with our tank setup. I run a peanut right now, but that's the part that gets a little bit heavy, and when you're coming around corners and stuff, it's pretty wide. So we're getting some 36 4500 tanks, and those are going to be a little smaller so they can fit better in the arm, and when you come around corners you have a little bit more maneuverability.
How many shots do you get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
How many shots would you get out of that, though?
The 36 you'd probably get 20 mags, so 20 times 20, however much that is,
400.
Yeah, so I mean you'd get quite a few. Out of my peanut right now, I can probably get 20 to 30 magazines. I always go in to battles with 12 to 13 magazines, and I make it through all 12 to 13 magazines without going below 2,000 PSI.
Yeah, because I remember last time we had Eder on, he was talking about, he talks to his team about changing the magazines quick because obviously that's, if people coming down on you, that's a pretty big thing,
yeah.
man.
Matt,
If you want to know anything about EMFs, Eder's the guy to talk to.
Yeah, actually, Max and I here in the garage, we put a couple blankets on the floor or like pillows or something soft, and we just we stand in the middle of the cushion area, and we just put our vests on and we practice reloading and whatnot. Because if you just press it, it'll usually come out right away. So if you can get it to do that, then your reload is a lot quicker. You can just kind of drop out the mag, and then you put your new one in, you're ready to go. There's no charging handle on these, so it's just put the magazine in and it's ready to rock. But yeah, we've spent countless hours doing dry reloads and whatnot to get quicker and better at it.
Yeah, that's when Eder was talking about that. That just made so much sense. Eder, obviously, you must practice it because you preach it. But,
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
That's how I got better, because like I told you, when I first started paintball, I started out right away with MacFid, and when I used to be
What
down
do you
there,
mean? You played with the hopper this past weekend?
oh yeah, right. No. My team wouldn't like that when I tell them so much stuff.
No,
But
sir. MagFed only.
but yeah, like I said, I mean, I was at Giant. I was probably one of the original MacFed players there. And I used to play walk-ons, because there was no other MacFed players except for me and my brother and a cousin. And and playing there made me pretty skillful to realize that changing my mag, the faster you change it, the better you'll be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier, Fred, someone's coming around the corner, and I know a lot of like seasoned players. They know when you're out of ammo. They can tell. And
Oh, yeah.
you when you got only 20 shots, it's not like someone's launching a hopper at you and you kind of lose track of how many shots they've possibly thrown at you. But if you're snap shooting one person, they only have 20 shots, and then they got to reload, and there's that split second. And I can't tell you how many kills I've gotten by listening for that split second and rushing someone on their reload.
Yeah, how many clips do you carry, Eder?
About, I'll say like 6 to 8 max.
Yeah, but tell them how you carry them. You do it differently than I do.
Mm-hmm.
With your belt.
How do you carry them?
I carry it in a belt. HK took out a belt for speed soft, and it ended up kind of fitting all the mags. Someone realized that, and then that's what we're using now. We don't really use like any rigs or vests or anything like that. I use a belt for my. It's kind of like the pop belt, pretty much.
It's called the Synapse belt, correct?
Yeah.
When I first met Noah, you had a vest on. Isn't that what you kept yours in?
Yes, sir. I got mine right here. I always got my vest. And then I got a belt too as well, but I don't have it handy. Max actually is the one that does all the vests and builds all our belts and whatnot, and he sizes them perfectly to me, and he really tailors it to what I want. And I tell him, hey, I don't like how this mag sits here or whatever, or this is too tight, and he'll get it right for me every time. He's made me 3 belts now and 4 vests, and they've been the best that I've ever worn. And it's actually something we're playing around with, this little idea that we want to come out with a Those Paintball Guys branded vest.
Oh, wow.
So instead of having, we'll do our jerseys still too, but we'll have like, a vest that says Those Paintball Guys on it, and we'll have it available for sale, and it'll be like the Sarge special, the Max special.
Those Paintball Guys, that's just you two guys, right?
What's that?
I said Those Paintball Guys, that's you two guys, right?
Yeah, we're the 2 owners. Yes.
Very cool. What other products? What are you holding there? First of all, Max, I see you got the.
Talk about yours, Max.
It's a similar EMF to Noah's.
You went all future.
Wow.
Yeah, we both like to run the what do you call these things?
The canted sights or the flip up sights.
I mean, even Eder will tell you a lot of players are always just like this, nice and tight.
Yeah. Wow, that
So
was like something from Star Wars.
Quick peeks around corners when you don't have the ability to look through your sight. It just gives you another way to aim. When you're taking that peek around the corner, it gives you at least something to look through while you're trying to, shoot at who you're aiming at, instead of just looking down the side of the gun. Wow,
and that'll shoot both. I mean, you can shoot paintballs through that too, right? Regular paintballs. Yep. Is there a way to put a hopper on that, or is it all with magazine?
Yeah, you can put a hopper on all EMFs, and
most of the MacFed markers have hopper adaptation to it.
Yeah, I think all of them do actually.
No, there's a couple that don't, But most of them, pretty much 80% of the MacFed markers do have an adaptation to put hopper on it. That's the cool thing about MacFed is when they started making it, they thought about some people are gonna want to switch back and forward,
Right.
and use hopper and stuff.
Yeah, so on this this marker here, this is Max's brand new T15. So it's set up for MagFed right now, but all you do is you put the dummy magazine in there so it stops the balls from falling straight out through the mag well. And then right here is a hole. You can see the bolt. So what you do is you put there's like a feed neck that attaches to the top rail here and goes to the hole that's under the dust cover. And then you can put a hopper on top of it like that. Same kind of deal with the EMF and the M17. I think the M17 can do it. The TMC can do it. So like Utter said, about 80% of the markers out there can do the hopper. You just lose the ability to shoot first strike rounds when you do that. So
right, yeah.
And in me, when I play, MagFed. When we play like smaller games, I don't do this, but on larger games, what I'll do is so I have a barrel that uses power inserts. It's the S63 Planet Eclipse tactical barrel. I'll put 5 mags of first strikes on this side of me, and I'll put 6 mags of round ball on this side of me, and then I'll change out my insert in the middle of the fight if there's someone way out there and I want to try and hit him with the first strikes. I'll change the insert to the rifled one, and then I'll, gain my extra range when I need it. And then I can just switch back to round ball to keep in the engagement up close.
You do that during the game?
During the game.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah. All you got to do is unscrew the barrel and then put your new insert in. This is a rifled one. I don't know if you can tell.
Yep. Wow.
But yeah, that's all it is.
That's for the first strikes, right?
Yeah, this one's for the first strikes, and then I have another one that's for the round ball. So yeah, you just unscrew the barrel, slide the old one out, slide the new one in, screw the barrel back on, and you're good to go. You can shoot round ball through the rifled barrel. I just wouldn't recommend it because the rifling tears up the ball.
Break the ball.
And it makes it fly all over the place.
Wow.
So it's not recommended, but you can do it in a pinch.
Yeah. Ed, or do you, when you go out mostly, you just use the clips, or do you ever use a hopper?
I've never played with the hopper gun.
Not at
never
all.
Seen him ever. Not even at tournaments. Not even at X-Ball tournaments. Nothing. Never seen him even shoot one.
Never. Yeah, I've never tried. I like I said, I started out with the MacFed marker, and that's all I played with. And I stick with it, and then the thing that I did was my vision when I started this team that I have right now was go out to these walk-ons, and when you go walk-ons, of course, the walk-on people see of course speedballers or pump guys, and they see how cool their gun is and how much it shoots and how faster it shoots and how cooler it looks compared to like their rental guns, right? So my idea was like, I'm going to go out there and do the same thing and show these people how to play with the MacFed marker by, beating these speedball guys, beating these pump guys at walk-on and teaching them, you know what? You can go MacFed too and compete against these guys. Yes, you're limited on ammo, but you're going to learn how to snap shoot better. You're going to learn how to move better. You're going to learn how to do the things better, communication, teamwork, all that stuff through MacFed because you have to, because you're low, because you're not. Of course, a speedballer or a pump guy is going to have more ammo than what you have,
Because you got a hopper. Yeah, exactly right. Mm-hmm. When I had you guys on last time, you were talking about, how many paintballs can you put in it? Because you said you had to crank the spring back because the spring is what actually forces the paintballs up. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, mag winder.
Yep.
Yeah,
there's different mags. There's mags of 7, 10, 12, 20 and 30. The 30 is the biggest.
They have a 42 round drum magazine and then a 180 round box magazine as well. So so check this out. Sam, the guy, remember Sam, Fred?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yep.
So he made me this. He made a bunch of these for me, and he sells them now. But this thing is at the absolute best thing for the CF20 mag ever.
You just
put
crank it up.
Yep, you put it on the side there. You crank it up, and it's done. And you open it up, put your balls in. This right here, this thing right here, saved or got us the win at Operation End War at Giant. We were defending the castle, and our general only had one life, so he hid in the back of the field. But and then Max ran around with a duffel bag, collecting all the mags on the field because everyone was using, EMFs. And Max ran 50 magazines back to the general, and he was loading them up, and then Max would run back out with full mags, handing them out to everybody.
Oh, wow.
Everybody in the fight.
I love it.
We would have lost if we didn't have this because he wouldn't have been able to keep up winding up the magazines.
Wow. You guys ever have a spring break on you? Has a spring ever broke?
I've never had a spring break, but I've had the plastic housing on the magazine break.
It wears out with time too, though. Definitely.
I had a spring fly out the top here and break that little side piece right here.
Wow.
But other than that, no, they're really good.
If the spring gets weak, can you replace it though?
Yep.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's not boy. That Max, he sounds like an important guy out there, man. I gotta tell you,
Sarge is one of a kind.
Nice.
Yeah.
You picked a very good friend there, I gotta tell you. That your marker, it looks like it's from Star Wars, so I gotta tell you.
Oh, Max.
Yeah, Maxis.
It's the foregrip.
Yeah.
Any of them. Yeah.
And we made the barrel flush with the shroud, so you can't even see the barrel.
Wow.
Yes, that's my favorite part.
Sam made that shroud.
Yeah,
Wow.
Sam made this front shroud here. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep,
Eder, what do you shoot? Is yours kind of like that?
Mine's a little different. Let me get
I love his. It's one of my favorite EMFs ever made.
Have you got it right there? Oh, there you go.
Right here.
Oh, there it is. There's mine right there.
wow.
I'm gonna buy that from you one day. I
will
love
never
that
sell
thing.
this one. This is my first EMF that I've had. I built it up. It has a 3D print body, and it's pretty much short, very short. I know it looks big in the screen, but it's short, very short. So
wow, that is very cool. Who did the 3D printing for you?
One of our guys in the team. His name is Rich Holem. He does 3D print for all the not just MacFit, all kinds of EMFs or Emacs and all that stuff. Anything finding eclipse, he does pretty much.
Well,
Yeah.
tell him what's special about that one, about your EMF, that one right there, the red one.
Oh, the full auto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, real quick,
him
we just had
what's
a guy in the green room, KT. You guys know him?
Yeah, there we go.
He's the owner of Modern Combat Sports.
Oh man, yeah. Tell him to jump back on. I was gonna pop him in. I was getting ready to, and he just popped back off.
Yeah, he's
So,
one of our sponsors.
Okay, yeah. So if you can hear me, man, jump back in. I'd love to have you on.
Yeah, he so his
He was there. I was just gonna pop him up, and he clicked off.
His company makes a lot of the aftermarket parts that we use. So this whole top shroud here, this metal one right here, that's made by MCS. This front shroud is also made by MCS. You can see their logo right there. Yeah, we have a lot of our guns are 80, I'd say 75 to 80% MCS parts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I also have the belt here that we were talking about.
Oh yeah, show that better. That's awesome.
Keep it sideways.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Here we go. We got him back on here. Let's pull him up before he jumps back off on us again, man.
KT.
Go for it.
What's going on? Gotta get my
How you
earbuds
doing?
on.
What's good?
What's up? I was on
How are you
earlier. I
tonight?
couldn't hear you guys, so I gotta get on a machine that has audio and pretty good, decent.
Oh, can you hear us okay now?
I can hear you okay now. That's why I have to get off and get on back on again.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I thought it was something Noah said. But yeah.
I would stay on then, right?
Yeah, we've been talking These guys are very, very good at what they do. All three of these guys really, they seem to know the MagFed up, down, and sideways, and they talk a lot about your parts. So maybe you could fill us in just a little bit about your company.
Oh, well, we've been around for almost 25 years now. I think we're going to have a big 25th anniversary pretty soon. We're doing a lot of MagFed for the last 20 years. We're making accessories. And our biggest thing is to bring more MagFed to the game, especially conversion kit. We have conversion kit, bring Tip 9A, Tip A5, X7, all the classic. You can just buy a kit, put into a body, and you can play MagFed. And we do a lot of accessories, make these markers to have a little more features, more realism to it, add a little flair to the game. That way player can enjoy some of the conversion and custom that it can do. That's our specialties right there. And with MagFed, I'm trying to get as many teams as possible, support them, give them some information and guidance so that it can grow a team. I've been working with editors for over 7 years now. And before we move our headquarters down here from the Bay Area, we've been talking and we came down here. We got on board with him, and now he does monthly game, and he also hosts our annual Officer and War event. That's an all MagFed game that we've been doing for the last 13 years.
Yep.
So
this is going to be 14.
15 years. Yeah.
It's one of my favorite events to attend. We had about 160 people there last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was quite a few last time.
Well, you picked some good guys to help out and to sponsor, because I actually just met Noah. Geez, what was it, Noah? Just a few months ago, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. It was at the charity event at ASG Paintball.
That's right, yeah. And I was down there, and I went down there to go live, and he just came up, and we just started talking, and I click with certain people. I just anybody that I think is good for our sports, MagFed and paintball.
Right. Great.
I push them, and that's one thing. It's all about growing the sport for me. Right. I just like to make everything bigger and better. So once I linked up with him and we started talking, I put him on down there, I think for like 5 minutes or something like that, and man, he just took over. I was ready to go get a sandwich and just let him talk.
That's great.
Yeah. So I've had him on again.
About something you know a lot about it.
Yeah, and they keep talking about your parts, your company and the things you make and everything. So I'm very excited to have you on here tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, KT's got a one-of-a-kind company, and he really is one of the only people out there doing, aftermarket stuff for MagFed and paintball. Really, there's no one else that has the size that he offers. He really does have parts for just about anything you could ever want. You can make your gun look in any way you want. It's pretty much Call of Duty gunsmith on his website.
Pretty much.
Wow, I think I'm going to have those paintball guys build me a MagFed gun here pretty soon.
There we go.
I love it.
And a vest.
Get into the game.
And then I'm going to come down there. Oh yeah. I love it. I played for a long time. I'm one of them old guys. I go back when paintball first began. I started in '84. So I've worked very, very hard. If you don't know much about me, I've had the #1 paintball show on ESPN. I shot right on the New York Street in Disney. I had the #1 show on MTV Road Rules. Did the #1 paintball show there. I've had a video, The Fun of Paintball, with Fred Schultz that sold 1 million copies. So I've been around. I've done my stuff. I'm in the Paintball Hall of Fame. So just to fill you in a little bit about myself, I've been around a long, long time. And I'm just one of them guys. Bud Orr and I are very, very good friends. And I've worked extremely hard over the years to make paintball grow, because to start with, it was extremely hard. Everybody thought we were like warmongers and all this other stuff. And so we had to overcome all of that. And it was difficult. So now what I do is I pick and choose the people. I'm friends with everybody. Let me start there. I'll like anybody that's decent. but I really pick and choose the people I want to push, the people I think are good for our sports, MagFed and paintball. Those are the guys that I get behind, guys and gals, excuse me. Those are the people that I get behind to really push them, because I think that people don't play paintball. They see the attitudes of a lot of the people that I hang around with, like knowing them. It just makes you want to go out and try it.
It's
It just
intoxicating.
well, it is, but just like if you never played a sport before and you're standing there watching it, and a guy comes off the field and he's griping about this and calling this guy a cheater and swearing, you're gonna want to
Yeah.
go out and do it? No, you're not gonna want to
No.
go out and do it. Being the best player in the world is great, but to me, attitude is super great.
Right.
Of course. If you
Attitude
have a
is
bad
everything.
attitude, no one wants to come to your events, and no one wants to play with you.
Right.
Yeah, well, no, that's why you guys are on the show. Otherwise,
Well, we appreciate that.
I would have no time for you, believe me. But I think you guys, and same way with Eder. I think Eder, he works real hard building his team, teaching people, what he's doing and the correct way of doing it. I think it's phenomenal. It really, really is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, we only have a few minutes left, and KT just showed up. We should let him take it away for a few minutes.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about your company. Let everybody know how they can get a hold of, take a look at your stuff, what you do, yada, yada, yada. Go ahead.
Oh boy, a lot to say, so little time. Well, modern
You
combat
got it. Go on.
sports. Okay, modern combat sports. Where we used to fly under real action paintball, and that's the thing that people didn't know, that we changed from real action paintball to modern combat sports. That is because we go to a lot of military law enforcement event. We do a lot of military demo, and when we show up back then, we're saying that we are real action paintball. We lost them already. They're thinking that kids going out wearing this bright jersey, playing with these colorful guns, and so that's why we changed to modern combat sports. It gives a little more realism in the sense where it's allowed us to give the sales pitch, allow us to talk them a little more on a higher level, as opposed to present this as a sport where kids play, where people that just shoot each other. But what MagFed is more than that. MagFed is the realism part, the tactical part, the camaraderie part, the team building part. It's more than that. So you're able to bring in not just kids, but also veterans that have been playing, that been in the service for a long time. We can bring them in because we give them a little bit different. It's allowed us to give our conversation rather than just lost on the first, real paintball. It's not for me. Or when we go to law enforcement and we introduce our product to them for the training, it gave us that notoriety that real action paintball didn't give us before. That's one of the things that paintball rich, not just the recreational side, but the tactical, the professional side that paintball can bring. And lots of I've been to a lot of military base, and they do use paintball quite a bit. I give them the procedure, how to use paintball in their training, and they're using it quite a bit. So that's just one
marker you got for them.
For 2 years, I trained the SWAT teams and the police for San Francisco, Oakland, and Richmond. So I did that for 2 years. I did it every 2 weeks down at Port Chicago.
Outstanding.
So I know all about that. And it was a lot of fun. It was very, very interesting. I actually had a good time doing it. So I can see, why you changed the name, because it gives you more validity of what you're actually going after.
Right.
Because the minute you said, the flashy things, the flashy markers.
Right.
Yeah, that's speedball.
Yeah, because when people think paintball, that's what they think.
Right. That's you say paintball, that's the first thing come in mind, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we do MagFed, and MagFed is just more than just paintball. We don't just go over there shoot each other. There is a real strategy behind it. You have to do mag change, take cover, return fire, shot count. There's a lot of little details that run into your brain when you play. You don't just go bang, 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 you out, and then you reload quick. Yeah, I have 4 mags left. I have only 80 shots. How do I maximize my shot playing this game? Right. There's more to it.
Yeah,
and especially
that's why I like the woods ball. That's why I'm part of the WCPL. We started in the woods, and it was all about, and back then we didn't have a gazillion shots. We all had splat masters and all this other stuff, man. So you didn't have hoppers that hold 10,000 balls. You know, I mean, some of these guys, they're out there like with a case of paint in their hopper, and I'm like,
Right.
and they're praying and spraying. You know, that's what we call it. So, but yeah, I absolutely, I really, really like what you guys got going on. I'm actually looking forward to. I'm going to have Noah and build me a marker. I want something that's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah,
We'll
I'll
do it.
pay you for
We'll
it,
work
and we'll
with
just.
KT, and we'll get you the coolest thing we can, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would definitely like to do it. And then when you guys have a mag fed like you just had this last weekend, when you have an event, I
Mhm.
would like to come down and jump in and let you shoot the shit out of me. I don't care. It's fun.
No,
I'm
you're
all
the
into it.
VIP, Fred. We'll protect you.
Yeah.
Me and Max, we got your back, just like that.
Yeah.
I would have a lot of fun. I would absolutely definitely enjoy doing that. So Noah, we'll stay in touch, and I'll send you some money, and you can go ahead and put something pretty cool together for me.
Yes, sir.
I would really like that.
I'll get in touch with KT after our video call here and see what
Right.
we can do.
Outstanding.
KT, I would like
Yes.
to have you on again sometime.
All right.
This is the first that I seen you tonight. I just they talk about parts and stuff all the time, but seeing the guy behind the parts is a lot different than seeing the parts, obviously.
That's why I wanted to bring him on.
Well,
Thank
you
you.
did a good
Appreciate it.
job. Yeah.
And then I'm partnering up with KT on March 10th. We're doing a 6x6 MacFed tournament down at San Diego Giant Paintball Park. I want to bring some of that competitive MacFed scene down to San Diego. Start bringing some of that stuff, getting people more competitive, not just the tactical part, but the competitive part on MacFed, and stuff like that. So me and KT are going to partner up. We're doing a 6x6 tournament, and first place gets $1,000 store credit for first place for his store.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. You guys know Ramon DeLong, right?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's down in that area too. I think
Yeah.
he does. He's got a really cool shop. I wonder if he carries your products, KT. Does he?
I don't know that he did.
No, he doesn't. He's more of a speedball store. He only has a few mag-fed guns.
We'll have to talk to him about that, huh? So yeah, Ryan Courtney said learned a lot tonight about MagFed. Very cool show, guys. Thank you all.
That's
KT,
awesome.
you got some badass products.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hopefully, Fred, we can come back on, me and Max, and can come back on with KT and talk a little bit more about MagFed and bring at her with
Noah,
us.
I'm going to have you and Max on. I'm going to have you guys on once a month.
Yes, sir.
That's what I said. I was going to do that this year to try to get the people to watch my show, and because they watch it in 10 different countries, KT. So
that's great.
Not a lot right now because everybody's asleep right now back east and overseas.
Right.
But they watch it tomorrow.
Right.
But anyhow, since I brought Noah on, these two guys are great. Right here. Boom, boom,
Outstanding.
boom.
Outstanding.
These, you couldn't have picked, and the same way with Eder. I don't think you could have linked yourself up with better guys than these guys are.
That's great.
Well,
thank you. Outstanding, guys.
So, I definitely we'll do it again in a month. I got the tournament down at SC. So I'll be down there in February. I'll be down there like the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th, and the 11th down at FC. So maybe you guys can get a chance. We can all link up and,
that
have
would
a coffee
fun,
or something together. Yeah, we'll be down there. Bud's going to come. You guys know Bud Orr, right?
Oh, yeah. I love Bud.
Yep.
Yeah. Bud's he's one of my best friends. So,
I got to really know him the day that I met you, Fred. Him and I talked for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had him down there. That's right. Yeah. He sat there with me. Yeah. Him and I go back.
I saved him from falling over.
Yeah. That's right. I thought you pushed him back like that. Yeah. Yeah. We took it out. We got pictures of him and I on stage 30 some years ago.
Oh,
that's how far back him and I go, man. Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Wild.
I had hair back then. It was nice. So
I'll get Eder about that one.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, in a month, how about we just do the same crowd we've got tonight, Noah?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay,
I'd love.
I like
I'd love
having
that.
Max on. Max is a good guy. He's we're gonna keep him around.
I just
Yeah.
have one question for you, Fred.
Yes, sir.
What color vest you want?
I don't know. What do you suggest?
You
know,
tell me.
I'm
I'm
a
more.
big,
We
I'm a
wear
big
black
tiger
a lot.
stripe guy, but
We can get you a tiger stripe. We got tan. We got green. We got black. We got tan.
wow.
We got it
back
all.
back
Even
in the
have
day, back in the day. As a matter of fact, you guys know Tim Schloss?
got a black camo.
Tim
No.
Schloss.
Tim Schloss owns Tiger Stripe Camouflage. Okay,
Oh yes, I have heard of him.
yeah, he's one of the nice guys you ever want to meet. Been
He's the one
friends
who
of mine for
started
years.
this camo, isn't he?
Anyhow, he's just coming back out with the original Tiger Stripe after 20 years. And
Yeah,
back
he's
in
the
the
one
day,
who came up with it, right?
what's that?
He's the one who came up with it, right?
That's correct. Yeah, and anyhow, we made one back in the day, and it had the Tiger Stripe center. It's called the OFG Original Fred gear, and it had the
That's
Tiger
awesome.
Stripe center with the black sleeves. And I had the black sleeves because my arm was always hanging out behind a tree, and this way with the black sleeve, I just looked like a limb hanging out there.
There you
So,
go.
yeah. So anyhow, he's doing the Tiger Stripe. He's starting to put that back out again.
That's
So
awesome.
we'll talk about a vest. I'd like to get suited up and go out and hang out with you guys. But most of all, I would like to help you guys push your sport more than even going out and getting a crap shot out of me. I'd like to make more people aware of what you guys do. KT, I got to apologize. I'm sure you knew nothing about me. I knew nothing about you, but now we know something about each other. And so maybe from here on in, we can work together to
Absolutely.
make your company grow and make the sport of MagFed and paintball, because I'm a big paintball guy.
Yes.
Make it all grow together.
That's right.
Sound cool?
Sounds very good, Fred.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
So in a month, KT, you good to come back on again?
I'm good to go.
Okay, except this time we'll put you on at the beginning.
Yes.
So yeah, and I love it.
Yeah, that's the black
Right
camo.
on.
This one's mine. This one's one of my favorites.
I got to tell you, this guy here, Noah, he is.
Hey KT, what's it gonna
He's
take to
incredible.
be able to get a grenade launcher like this in paintball? Can you make me a grenade launcher like this?
Oh my God! Did you
I
freeze
think
up,
he's
KT?
frozen.
I think you
Yeah.
froze KT with your
I think he's-
grenade launcher.
with
Yeah.
my Nerf spud gun.
That was good. No, that was good. Eddie.
Hey, Fred.
Yeah.
We'll be out in like I texted. We'll be out in January 28th out there at Hollywood Sports.
Oh, there he is.
We're starting a new sector for Phoenix Squad up there. We want to grow
Okay.
MagFed up in Hollywood Sports. I know Anaheim, Brown Park area.
Yeah,
And
Gino's-
if you want to
Gino's
join us,
place, yeah.
yeah, Gio's place. If you want to join us, we're happy to have you there. Join us. Like I said, I have other couple.
When is
companies
this now?
coming out.
January 28th.
Yes, January 28th.
Okay, because I have to come down there to get everything set up for the tournament at SC on February 10th. So maybe I'll try to see if I can't make it on the 28th to come down there and see you guys.
That would be
Yeah, that'd
really
be cool. It'd be-
A lot of the Phoenix squad's gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm having like a new sector being built there at Hollywood Sports to grow MagFed. So definitely it'll be cool if you want to come meet us and meet the team and see what we're all about in person.
I do,
And-
yeah. I'd like to
Yes.
do like I did with Noah. I'd like to see it face to face and shake your hand. That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
and that's the
That'd
day,
be amazing.
Fred, me, and Max, we're gonna become official Phoenix Squad members.
Oh, very cool. Right on.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, I blew through my hour. I could probably talk all night with you guys.
Right.
KT, I'm very sorry you got on late, but I look forward to having you on again in 4 weeks. So
Thank
you
you,
good
Fred.
for that?
I'm good for that. Thank you for having us on. Appreciate it. Thank you for what you do.
I appreciate
Thanks,
it very
KT.
much. You have a good evening.
No,
and go ahead and friend me on Facebook, and I'll go ahead and accept it. And we can talk back and forth. I think I got like 300 some friend requests. So I'm very touchy about who I take. So,
Uh,
but yeah, go ahead and
understand.
do it. All right.
Got it.
Thank you very much for jumping in tonight. I appreciate it very much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming on,
Thank you,
KT,
Fred.
for taking the
No,
time.
thanks. Good to see you guys. Eder, good to see you guys. See you
Thanks.
guys.
See,
Take
see
care. Enjoy your evening.
Wow, you guys couldn't have picked a better sponsor. What a nice guy.
Right? I
Yep.
mean, look right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be here without him. To tell you the truth, when I started MacFed, we linked up, and and uh, and with him being behind my back, teaching me all the MacFed stuff, helped me grow to what my team is today, and what we are, and as considering I consider us one of the biggest team, having over 100 players, MacFed players, in Phoenix squad.
very cool. Well, I'm
And
looking
that's-
forward to having you back on again, Eder. We'll do
Yep.
it again in a month.
Yep.
I'm going
I'll
to
be
put
here.
the same group on I had on tonight, and we'll just talk about what you guys have done in the meantime, and we'll just keep promoting your sport. So I'm going to
Awesome.
let you say
Thank you.
goodbye to everybody, Eder. And again, I want to thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, and we'll have more times to talk about more about MacFed and show you guys what it's all about. In the future, maybe some videos. We'll take some videos, and we have a glow in the dark event coming up too. So we'll have some videos of that for you guys too. Next time we linked up.
Very cool, Eder. You have a good evening, my friend, and thanks again.
Have a good night.
See you later, Eder.
All right, Noah, I got to
Yes,
tell
sir.
you two guys are the bomb.
We try, man.
Now you do great. I just want to keep pushing, your sport and paintball and everything. And, people hear you talk and the way you guys are, it just draws more people in, people that'll watch this show that have nothing to do with paintball or anything else are going to go, you know what? I'd like to go do stuff with these guys because it's cool. So
Good.
you guys, yeah, you and Max, you guys are cool. Straight
That's
up.
all we try to do, and that's what the goal was from the very beginning. Is we never wanted this to turn into like a business or anything like that, or we wanted to create like some kind of hub for like-minded players and people who it doesn't matter if you play MagFed or regular paintball. As long as you play paintball and you're have a good attitude and a good spirit about you, and you want to come and have fun with us, we're accepting to everybody, and we want everyone to come play with us. So our main goal has always been just trying to grow paintball and to get more people playing. That's really all we want to do.
Well, that's one of my big sayings is, individually we can do something for paintball, but collectively we can do a lot. So,
Damn right.
we're all working together here from here on in. We got Eder, we got your KT now, we got him involved. So we'll just keep stroking at it, man. You just build it one block at a time, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yep.
So
things happen.
I'm going to let you and Max say goodbye to everybody. Again, I want to thank you guys a lot for coming on tonight. You guys are, I want to help your business. I want your business to grow because I think you guys, first of all, you're young, so you still got a lot of years hanging in front of you, which is cool. It kind of sucks for me, but cool for you.
I'm that Make-A-Wish kid, remember? I got 80 years left.
There you go. So, yeah, we want you to get 1 million people in that 80 years into our sport. So
yes, sir.
I'm going to let you two guys
one last thing before we go.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get us in contact with Gio to see what we can do about his exploding revolver.
You're talking about Gino, right?
Gino, yes, Gino.
Yeah, I'll talk to Gino tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah. I want to see what I want to know what he thinks, like if he's ever seen that before, cuz
yeah, I'll talk to Gino tomorrow, and then I'll let you know, Noah, what he says.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Gino and I've been friends for, matter of fact, this jacket up here, it says play paintball. It's beautiful. It's got red leather sleeves. All of the paintball is in leather, and it says it on the front. He gave me that jacket 30 years ago. There was only 8 of those made.
Wow.
So, yeah, Gino and I go back a long, long ways.
That's awesome.
He's a cool guy. He really, really is. So, National Paintball Supply, Ryan Courtney. You guys know Ryan Courtney by any chance?
Not personally, but
if you don't,
I have heard the name.
Yeah, friend this guy. He is one of the he's the kind of people I talk about all the time. People that make paintball bigger and better. This is the kind of guy right here, Ryan Courtney. He travels
What's
all
up,
over
Ryan?
the place all the time, but you get a chance, hook him up with you. He's a
Yes,
great
sir.
guy.
I'll add him. I'll add him on the those paintball guys page right after this. Ryan, if you're listening, check out the page. I'll friend request you on Instagram here in a few minutes.
Yeah, he's a great guy. You know, I wouldn't turn you on to anybody that I don't think isn't special, and he is. So, all right,
We'll
guys.
get
Well,
you hooked up, Ryan.
let's say goodbye to everybody, and I want to thank both of you guys one more time for taking the time to come on. And I'm looking forward to next month hanging out with you guys again for another hour.
We are too. Thank you so much, Fred. We really appreciate all your help and all your support. It really means the world to us.
Right
Yeah,
on.
we got lots of upcoming events and trips and gear coming up this year. So
It's going to be a big year for MagFed for us.
Well, you know, let's see if we can make it even bigger than what you guys are expecting.
Woo!
All
Let's do it.
All right, guys. You stay safe, huh?
Yes, sir. Have a great night, Fred.
You too.
Thank
I'll
you,
be in
guys.
touch, guys. Bye-bye
Thanks,
now.
everybody. Remember to like and follow and share our stuff. We love you guys. Thanks for the support.
Wow. What a couple of great guys, man. I am so glad I got hooked up with these guys. They are just terrific. They really are. And plus they're a very good show. So I want to thank you all for watching tonight. And you get a chance, check them out, man. Those paintball guys, they are absolutely very, very cool. I support them all the way. I think they're good for MagFed, and they're good for paintball, and they're good for society in general. I mean, these are some really good kids that are working very, very hard. So those paintball guys, you get a chance, check them out. And I will see you next Tuesday evening, 7 o'clock Pacific time on Facebook, on Flagpole Productions. So please, everybody, until then, play hard, play safe, play fair, get out there and play paintball, huh? See you next week.